as we start to go deeper into this, like into artificial intelligence and kind of a brand new framework, I know corpus, large language model, those were corpora were new words to me. Like, what are some other terms or just phrases that people listening to this or thinking about AI should be aware of?
Okay, everybody who's listening to this podcast, this is how you show up your bosses. So there are 15 words you can use to show up your boss about artificial intelligence and how it applies to GRC that you've got to know. None of these are going to get you a date in the bar unless you're like at some nerd bar.
That's what you think.
Well, all right. If you're in Silicon Valley, they'll get you a date. I live in Las Vegas. My wife was reading what I was writing it, and I'm looking off to the left over here because I looked at it myself. Robotic process automation. My wife went, really? But there are 15 core terms that you have to know that apply to artificial intelligence as it applies to governance, risk, and compliance. And funny enough, robotic process automation is one of the keys because AI in the GRC space is divided into three parts. It's divided into robotic process automation, one big chunk. It's divided into data and risk analytics that also can be used for harmonization. And then it's divided into this new thing that everybody's all hot and bothered about, but they have no concept of what it's really doing, called generative content. That's your Chat GPT. That's your other thing that's going on out there. So that's the world that we live in right now. Those three parts, and robotic process automation is one of the key terms you need to know, and also about a third of how AI applies to what we're doing. And all of that, if you want to throw a term around to your board or your supervisors, it all falls under reg tech. Yeah, we do AI reg tech here.